Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I am here working on the boho. I have finished doing the outside. I just have this tied, it's real attractive, right? I just have that tied around there to kind of hold the journal together while I was putting this part on. It isn't totally dry, so I'm going to still be really careful with that. But I'm going to take it off. It has gotten alligator mouthed, and so I just wanted to make sure that it didn't end up wonky or weird. So I did sew in the signatures, and I'm scared to open it. So I think right now we're just going to kind of work on the front, because this isn't totally dry, and I just would hate, it's nice and smooth. I don't want it to get all weird. So I kind of showed you guys the stuff I wanted to put on the front before. I was thinking this, but then I found I have this collar that my wonderful friend Denise from Wonderbar Crafts sent me. Thank you, Denise. And I kind of like the color of it better. It's just a little bit more, I don't know, like a more almondy kind of a color or something. I don't know. Anyway, I just like the color of it better. So I might try to figure out how I could use this instead. So what we might do is cut this, even though it's really sad because it's beautiful the way it is. But that's kind of what we do. And if you don't like to see things get cut, don't watch. Too late. So I want to thank you guys. You're all really awesome. I had great comments about that whole hotel fiasco that I endured last weekend. We did end up getting our money back, so there's that at least. So that was kind of awesome. At least I was pleased about that, although it took way more than it ever should have to get our money back. So yeah, but we did, and that's all that matters. And the corporate people were not pleased with the way their employees acted. So some people will probably get some talks. Not that I love, you know, I'm not trying to get people in trouble, but that was crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Just, you know, just try, you know, make an effort. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to be perfect for me. I just am asking for a little effort. So anyway, you guys are just awesome. Nice comments and stuff, and caring, and just very kind. So thank you for all of that. I have the best subscribers ever. And I want to thank all of you, because you're all awesome. And, you know, people that aren't necessarily subscribers too, just nice comments and stuff. So that was great. So anywho, I hope you're all having an awesome day. I'm just fiddling with this, and this is not going to be like a real, you know, this is not a tutorial, because I have never done a boho journal, and I have never done a cover like this. So it's all an experience for me as well. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to get my hot glue gun and plug it in. So I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. I got it, and it's really ugly, so don't judge me. It's really old, and it's been well loved. So anyway, I ran a stitch through here and here. I wasn't liking the tie on there because I felt like it was leaving a weird big knot thing, and I didn't like it. So I just ran a stitch just to hold it in that sort of a configuration. And I have no answers as to why. That's just the way I want it. And then this is the sari silk that I ripped and tied, and I showed you guys that in, I believe, it's either the second or third video. So hopefully you got to see that. It's just strips that you put into loops and lay it across one center long one, and then you tie the long one together, and it just kind of makes, you know, a bow, kind of a messy, sloppy, floppy bow, especially when it is sari silk. So yeah, I hope you guys are having better weather than we are. I know a lot of places are wishing for the cooler weather, but we were having lovely fall weather, and then all of a sudden today, actually just today, this horrible frigid wind has kicked up, and it is just whipping out there. And my kids want to go to the pumpkin patch tonight with their friends, and I'm like, well, you can go, but you're going to be frozen, because, you know, it kind of takes your body a while to acclimate to that. and we have had no time, because it's been really nice, you know, like in the 60s and stuff like that, so not super cold or anything. So anyhow, I don't know what they'll do, but they're kids and young, so whatever. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, I love it when they want to hang out with their friends. That's always a good thing, but it's just freezing out there. Okay. I just want to make sure I see stuff, you know, like see, and I'm going to turn this way because we don't have a good view because this thing, I probably should have left it tied, but I know I got to hook this down somehow. So anyhow, I don't know that that glue gun's all the way hot. I'll just show you. I made just another little tag to put in the envelope that is in here somewhere. This, no, not that one. That one already has fuzzy ones. I gotta get this out. I was gonna put that with it, but I think it's too heavy. And then, where is it? This one. This envelope that was one of those seed packets. It opens over here. Well, duh, when you sew it into the signature, you can't get it open, or you can't get anything in and out of it. So I trimmed off this end, and I need a little glue right there, I can see. And then I just made that little card to slip in there. You put a little thumb notch. That one will go right in there. And have the little phrase sticking out. And then I have some paper clips that I just tied some sari silk to. Let me see, let's do it on this one. That I thought these images from Medieval Mirage are just so beautiful. Like literally all I did is cut it out, put it on that cream colored paper, and sewed around it. And I'm not going to do anything else to those because they're just super pretty. Beautiful images. I've got another one that I can put near the front more. I hope I'm not messing up my spine here. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I mean, why would you do anything else to that? Look at that. And then I just have another journal card type thing. I might stick it in this pocket with this one. Just so there's a couple of somethings in there. Close that. Yeah, it's fine. Right, I think I am going to tie this again before I try to do the cover. Somehow I will not put glue there or something. It just wants to open up. So, because it's a fatty. I'm so excited because everybody bought out Maggie on those kits of fabric, but she's going to make more. So if you didn't get one and you still want one, then after the 18th of October, she will be putting more of those in her shop. It's just she's getting ready for her retreat that she's having with Allie, the Cockney Crafter, this weekend coming up. And so she just can't do it right now, but so thank you guys. That's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait. I would love if you guys can show me some pictures, like send me some pictures somehow, like either through my Etsy or like an email. If you do something and you want to email me, just let me know and I will give you my email address. But yeah, because that would be super fun to see what other people do with this. It's beautiful fabric. You will not be disappointed, and there's a lot of it in there, so I have used a good portion of it, but it was a lot of fabric to begin with. Okay. I had this on here better the first time. You know, why does it always work like that? It's kind of like when you take everything out of a box and then you're like, how did all this fit in this box? It's that kind of a thing. Alright, so let's see. I think we're going to give this a wingding. And I'm not sure. I may end up adding some like fabric glue too before I'm all finished, just because I want to make sure it stays. I don't want to lose it on there. And a lot of it, you know, is going to get covered and stuff. So I don't mind adding a bit of glue because I don't think you'll see certain little parts of it anyway. My hot glue gun gets super hot. So like right here, I think I'm going to do a little bit of fabric glue. The Sari silk doesn't love the fabric glue, I've noticed. So I did use tacky glue mostly. I did use a little fabric glue, but mostly tacky glue on the spine. That's tapestry, but I just didn't want to see it. I don't like the way it like darkens the fabric. Sometimes it dries okay, but I don't know. I just didn't like the way it was changing the color of everything. Just put a little bit on these parts down here. So this is kind of going to be a little bit tedious, and I'm sorry. Go ahead and, you know, craft and whatever. It's just kind of one of those things. Like a lot of it when you're doing the process stuff, you know, making ephemera is like loads of fun and usually pretty interesting as far as, you know, learning something new. Oh, sorry, my cat. He's snorting. He has, you know, no nose virtually, so he's kind of like a bulldog in a way. He just snuffs and snorts, and I actually give him a little bit of this stuff called Pro Shield, and doTERRA that calls it something else. It's a little bit of clove and other things that's supposed to help like with colds and getting sick and that kind of thing. I give him, they're called beadlets, and I just give him one, you know, because they're super teeny tiny itty bitty. And that seems to help his eye weeping and nose a ton. So I think I need to give him one of those today. It's just kind of a homeopathic sort of thing. Because, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with him. It's just, he's a Persian and just has a smashed face, and so he's compromised in the nasal area. Okay. Yeah, I have a super old, ugly hot glue gun, but until it dies, I guess, you know, it's what I'm using. Because why buy a new one if you don't need to? That's my thing, anyway. Tilt a little bit more this way, I think. Squish it a little bit. Because I don't want it just perfectly straight, everything. I kind of just want it to look like somebody like set some fabric on there or something. I kind of like that frayed edge. Want this to come over a little bit more. Okay. So I'm kind of, like I mentioned before, I'm kind of thinking of this sort of like doing the front of a altered file folder is sort of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I was going for anyway. And then this is going to go on. Just have to figure out which direction I want it. Go this way. So that's the bow, obviously. Or the knot, whatever the word is. Come down a little bit more. And I know that's a lot, but like I said, I want it to stay there. I don't want it to just fall off on whoever ends up having this. Because that would not be a happy day. Okay. And then this is a really cool piece that Maggie sent. Isn't that cool? Super cool. So I want to kind of tuck that. I should have put that on first. I wasn't thinking. I can probably still lift it a bit. Just want to get it right in under there. I've had that glue gun, I don't even know, probably easily 20 years, if not longer. It's kind of crazy. You know, it's so funny how some stuff lasts forever, and there's other things that you buy and they just break in, you know, like a week or something. I don't understand how some things last so well, others do not. Okay, I'm liking that, and I kind of like leaving that sort of loose to its own. And this is going to be, you know, it's dimensional, so this obviously isn't a book that you're going to be able to just like slide into your bookcase or something. This is not that book. And again, this just came off of something that was my daughter's, or like I said, I used to make her hair things and all that, and I think this is one I never used for her. I apologize that you aren't able to have this exact thing, but you know, I'm sure you can find some cool, or just use the fabrics and do the bow. You don't have to have the flower in there. I just wanted the flower because it was like such a great color. I just loved these colors together. So I think that's good. I think I can take this thing off now, so I can kind of see more what I'm dealing with over here. Oopsie. I kind of want this to come up a little bit right there. I want to be able to see the crochet a bit, you know, under there. Tuck that a little bit like that. I like the top. Yeah, I think I like that. Let me know what you guys think, if you like it or you don't like it or whatever. Alright, so that's done. And then Joff at Medieval Mirage does those little, like, I don't know what you would call them. Can't think of the word, but anyways, in her kits, and so I thought they would be fun to kind of do almost like tabs. So I think I'm gonna put, oh my gosh, I've got fuzz just stuck everywhere. A eyelet through there. I don't know what color I want. I think I'll go with gold, since that seems to be the color we got going on here. Ay, sorry. That was loud. I got this thing at, of all places, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but Harbor Freight. My husband just loves that place. Like, he wants to go there every weekend. And so, I should probably see if it'll go onto the page first before I do this. I'm afraid that's going to fall off. So we went in there and they had that thing, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. I don't know if that'll work. I almost think it has to go all the way onto the page and then do this. And put the eyelet through. So let's put some glue on there. But yeah, he wants to go to Harbor Freight all the time and look, and I'm just putting glue on this, and you know, buy stuff tools and what he just loves that place because they've got pretty good prices. It's kind of like us going into a a craft store or whatever. If I could have one coherent thought, it would be great. Now the hole got covered back up on this side. And these, like, are they came with it, like they came with the eyelet setter. So technically they're supposed to be the right size, right? Well, I think the eyelets are a little bit big for these holes that this thing punches. And I don't have a hole punch that's like that size. I have the great big one or the little tiny one. I don't really have like this size, of course. That's why I was kind of excited to find it, because it was like, you know, a size I didn't have and blah, blah, blah. And I've never gotten into the whole crocodile thing. I don't know why, but I kind of was, my kids were pretty little when that came out, I think, is the only thing I can think of, because you know, you just used to be like right on all that, but, and I just sort of had a while where I wasn't doing a whole lot. We moved, and you know, there was just a lot of stuff that went on there for a while. And so I think that's when that came out, and I just sort of missed that whole craze. The only thing is this one is hard to push all the way closed. Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. So then I can put these, one of these charms, or both of these charms, or whatever, that Maggie sent, because it's super cute, this angel. It's adorable. That she made, all beaded. Because like I said, that is one thing I am not great with is, well, I just don't have the stuff, and I don't want to get into jewelry making on top of everything else that I already do. So that's a good way to do it, because that will definitely stay and hold that, because that's kind of a heavy charm. So I like that. And then maybe we can put the other one. Is this fairing okay? Yeah, I think so. That is the nice part about hot glue, I will say, is that it, I kind of want to do it a little bit lower. Would that look weird if we did that? Lower? Well, that's why I'm going to do it. I hope it's okay. We'll go kind of not mid, but up a little bit, just so the charm's hanging still in the book. I forgot to ink those, because that's what I do a lot. Just forget. Do you ever have those days, if you sew with your sewing machine, where it just isn't doing what you want, and then you finally figure out what the dilemma is, and it's something just completely ridiculous? That's what happened to me today. I was trying to just stitch around those journaling cards, and I'm going to put this one down here. And I don't know. I could not get it to work, and it's like it wasn't around one of the main parts of the sewing machine, you know, where it has to thread through. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why. Sometimes I like have no issues whatsoever. Other times you'd think I never saw a sewing machine before. I have to admit, they are not my, like, I love this one that I have now. I got it as a gift from my mother and father-in-law, and it's seriously the best one I've ever had. Not that I've had a lot, but I love it. It's a great sewing machine. But I have serious challenges. I think it's obviously user error, obviously, more than anything else, but the things drive me batty sometimes. So this has been super fun. I thank you so much, Maggie, for you know, asking me to do this design team project with you, because it was super fun doing that. So I really appreciate it. been lots of fun. I can't remember. I always do it the wrong way. That's probably why half the time I can't get it to work. I'm tool challenged, I have to say. There we go. I'm going to hang this one on there. I think those are both in the same signature, aren't they? I thought I was doing one. Oh, that's okay. We got beads and everything else over there. So there's the Eiffel Tower on that. Yeah, so I think for today we're done. What I was going to tell you is when I did this, I cut this the length that I wanted. It's just a piece of tapestry. And then I stitched around it, as you can see. And I found the middle point. This is just how I do it. I don't know how everybody else does it, but that's how I do it. And I find the center by folding the fabric in half, you know, and then I do the middle first, and then I glue down the sides on either side. So just a tip or whatever. And so let's see, when I sewed in the signatures, this is pretty tight, this book. I think it'll loosen up a little. I just used nice thick, this like cordage, you know, that's waxed. It's a pretty hefty. I just didn't want anything going wrong. And I went right through the, you know, the whole spine of the journal. I know you can do floating spines, but this one isn't. It's sewn right into the spine of the book. So, and then there's the center point. And I did leave these, and I'll probably put some little fabric bits on those. And then the second signature, where is it? Oh my goodness, Amy. I've gone too far this way now. I know it's that one, yeah. The second signature is right here. So I think I'm going to put some little fabric tips on those. But if you don't like them or whatever, they can be snipped off. It's just kind of the way I do those. So that is her, and I will do a flip through when I'm completely done, because I may add a few more little bits here and there and that, but for the most part it really is finished. So it was super fun doing this, and I just want to thank everybody, because everybody's comments have been amazing and super kind, because like I said, this is generally not my wheelhouse at all, but I really enjoyed these colors. Like, this was a great way for me to do a boho, because the colors were just right for me and they worked well. So I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will chat at you later, and we'll do a flip through of this when it's all finished. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.